Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to talk about something that's really rather different for me to talk about finally, but it's something that's been an issue in my life since I was a young kid, my weight. I do struggle when it comes to my weight and my weight loss and my weight issues, and so I don't really know how to start this, but to start with I'll show you what I look like now. My weight, I mean. Will it stick up against here? Perfect. Take off this. Take this off. I think I look rather big right now. Like right here is where my struggle is, because like right now I look at that and I'm like, oh my fucking god, I look like hell. Like I'm so fucking fat already. Like no one wants to look at that. But then I think realistically of it, and I'm like, no, I don't look fat, I look rather skinny. Too skinny. So I wanted to explain my journey through you guys, and because I'm a very unplanned person and I get really lost, I wrote it down on what I would talk about. So I wanted to talk about my first experience when it came to me and my weight issues. It was kindergarten. It was the first day we were allowed out in the big yard for the first time. And we were talking, and I was talking to an older kid, and he called me fat. And since then, I went home that day crying. And then growing up, like, my back neighbor was never really the nicest to me. When I was fat, he would tell me, he would make fun of me, he would say dumb things about me, and he would know it would make me uncomfortable. And I would try to play it off like it was good, but I would cry myself to sleep at night. And then there was the feeling in around grade 6 when I started to feel like, yeah, I am fat. Like, literally, I would then just wear sweaters because I was very uncomfortable in my own skin. I didn't like people looking at me in very tight shirts because then I'm like, they can see the laps and stuff. And, like, yeah, I used to be really fucking fat and I'm over it now, but it still gets in my head a little bit. Like, how fat I was. And then I wrote down too skinny. And this goes back to the beginning of my addiction when I first started popping pills. I went from, like, a normal weight to too skinny, to where you could see my ribs. And one day I was so skinny I popped 6 pills and I was laying on the ground, and my stomach, it felt like it was coming out of my body, and I was sitting on the ground crying and screaming, help me, I'm in so much pain. And I would then just have days where I would feel very skinny inside. I would stand up straight and my legs would start shaking because I was so skinny. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about my weight right now. Like, even a week ago, I was at church and I don't know if it's because my back was kinked that day, but I was just standing up during, like, this service, and my legs started to shake a little bit, and I'm like, is this because I'm too skinny possibly, or is this because, like, I just have a bad back today? And then, like, I've been binge eating the last few days, so now I'm feeling rather fat. I'm not one of those people who eats like one meal a day. I eat a lot of food, okay? I don't weigh myself. I haven't weighed myself in about 5 years, but it's just been an issue my entire life, my weight. I get hyper-focused on it. I start looking at myself in the mirror differently. Like right now, if I looked at myself in the mirror, I would not like what I see. But that's just because I'm used to popping pills and being rather skinny.